Maintain 2074.
Who am I?
Comet 504, descend to maintain 3000. 3000, Comet 504.
Answer Captain 724 is our traffic about
In my 20s, I dream of flying a plane. Due to having glasses, I thought it's not possible. In mid-2016, I started to have foggy vision. After I checked out, the doctor said I have cataract in both my eyes. Wow! I really never expected this. I felt like taking a trip to the moon, jumping up and down. I'm filled with excitement. But the unexpected turns out into my reality. The cold, hard truth. I need to step into divorce. My mom said her final goodbye, and my family broke apart. I stepped into a solitude journey. This is the best journey I ever experienced. It was super challenging. My achievement, the award-winning author, from housewife to pilot, the beginning.
Comet 504, descend to maintain 3000. 3000, Comet 504.
I'm Keiko Lim. I'm here holding your hands, guiding you every steps to discover your potential, harness that energy, bring it to your reality, and make your dreams come true.
Comet 504, reduce speed of 170 per tower space. You get following a Boeing 727, 1 o'clock, 6 miles right base, descending on 3500.
Hello and welcome to Tuesday with Keiko. Today, my guest speaker is Krystalore Crews. Krystalore Crews is an absolute powerhouse. She's a former NFL cheerleader, a 30-year-old veteran of the USAF, and has completed an impressive 26 marathons. Krystalore is also a fitness and emotional intelligence coach, motivational speaker, author, and leadership consultant. Her contagious energy paired with her incredible story of resilience will leave you feeling unstoppable. Krystalore's mission is to empower you to push beyond your limits with her Cruise Beyond Limits movement. She shares her inspiring journey from overcoming military challenges, cancer, and even wheelchair-bound struggles to becoming a competitive athlete, dancer, and a successful entrepreneur. As a certified coach, motivational speaker, and facilitator, Krystalore empowers individuals and teams to reach their full potential. When it comes to fitness and resilience, Krystalore is the real deal. She is a marathon runner and coach for National Air Guard Marathon Team, offering her expertise in strategic planning, goal setting, and mindset to help you break through your own limitations and overcome any obstacles. Krystalore is also the CEO of Cruise Beyond Limits Consulting, where she offers leadership training and consulting services. Her employee empowerment and inclusive leadership programs promote communication awareness and individual growth, both personally and professionally. In 2021, Krystalore released her first book, Your Crystal Clear Life Planner, a woman's 90-day action plan to embrace chaos and live a fulfilling life, on Amazon. Her unique perspective and toolkit for reducing anxiety and self-doubt have helped countless clients worldwide. Krystalore's dynamic personality and infectious energy make her an engaging and charismatic speaker, coach, and mentor. She is committed to empowering every person on the planet to achieve their dreams, one step at a time. Get ready to cruise beyond limits and reach your full potential with Krystalore Crews. Welcome, Krystalore.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. Such a blessing.
You're welcome. It's great to have you here. Krystalore, share with the audience a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so gosh, I would say, what's not in the intro is, being 22 years in the military, I have
Mm.
been through several different seasons of change. And so I grew up in Buffalo, New York, and it was really cold there. And
Yes.
the military has taken me all over to be able to travel. And I love to travel to beaches, right? So a couple things
Yes.
that I've recognized in my life in these transition is like, I always wanted to escape to the beach of the Caribbean. And so as I was going through my military career, ended up meeting my husband, moved away from everything I knew, and ended up broke without a job and had to start a business. So 7 years ago, I started an online fitness business in 2017. So well before COVID. And that was when I really faced a lot of things came up. I was in a season of growth and change and elevation that I didn't really sign up for, but I'm so grateful for. And it's been a journey. So my coaching programs, my consulting programs, my retreats, my books, I just love to help people live happier and healthier, because a lot of seasons of change can feel so overwhelming and we don't really
True.
know where to start. And so I've developed a set of tools over many different experiences to be able to rinse and repeat and have a set of tools in my toolkit to be able to not only help me navigate seasons of change and transition, but many others. So thank you for having me here today.
You're welcome. How you cope with the journey of transformation in your life?
Well, there's a lot of transformation that I've had, and I'm actually in the middle of a season right now. We have a similar story, but I'll just share the first one, and then I'll share the last one with a good news story. The first one was when I was in the NFL. So I was an NFL cheerleader for American football, the Buffalo Bills, and I was doing a runway shoot, like a show for Spirit Halloween. And I dressed as a witch, and I had to wear black stiletto shoes. This is back in 2005, so a long time ago. And so I woke up the next day after this show that I was doing, and my right baby toe was so big. It was bigger than my big toe. And I was in so much pain. I couldn't even wear a shoe. And I went to the doctor, and they were like, yeah, stop working out, stop wearing those shoes, like just suck it up. And it wasn't until like a couple weeks later where my knees started hurting, and then my shoulders started hurting. And then I had lockjaw for 3 months. Like my entire body shut down, and I ended up spending 6 months in a wheelchair while they tried to figure out what was wrong with me.
Wow.
And yeah, so that was really challenging. And so what I recognized at that time was the military was about to kick me out because the medication, they gave me a chemotherapy pill and steroid injections. And that was the cocktail that allowed me to be able to walk. And so everything was stripped from me. I was no longer an athlete. I was no longer going to be in the military. I could not run again. I couldn't work out. I gained so much weight. I was on all kinds of medication. I had ulcers burning in my holes in my body. And to top it off, I was in a physically abusive relationship at the time.
Oh, that's really a lot.
Everything was caving in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I needed to get out of that situation. And what I recognized was I was in a toxic, abusive relationship with my partner at the time, but I was in a toxic relationship with myself and my health. I was diagnosed with a really rare form of rheumatoid arthritis. And this is back in 2005. And so there wasn't like Dr. Google or social media to say,
that's right. Yeah.
Help me out. Right. I ended up reading Arthritis for Dummies and researching nutrition, mindfulness practices, therapy. It was the first time I got therapy at the young age of 22. And I had to develop a set of tools to be able to get back, to bounce back and take my life back. So what I teach today, and when I faced the transition of going into entrepreneurship, my business coach said, she's like, hey, what do you want to help people with? What have you been through that you can help people with? And I'm like, I got something, right? I was able to develop all these tools. And so I'm like, I can be a fitness coach and a resilience coach. And so that was kind of the toolkit that I used, because what I did was I was able to get off of all the medication by having a holistic approach to my wellness. And so that was mindfulness. That was my mindset, making sure my mental health was in check, my physical well-being. So that was my nutrition, my hydration, my movement, my sleep, because I wasn't doing any of that, right? And young people don't typically, right? It's not until you really have to pay attention that we do. And so the fitness, the mindset, and the community was the recipe that, you know, I had to ask for help. I had to get mentors and really rebuild myself. And so I did, and I started walking before I could run again. And then I started running and healing myself from the inside out, and got in touch with the running community. And I started with 5Ks, 10Ks, and then I ran 26 marathons and a 50-mile race. And I don't even take ibuprofen to this day.
This is so amazing.
Yeah. It's, you know, the healing journey, I think you can attest to this, is the process, right? And so many times people think that there's no hope and that we just have to settle for whatever we think we deserve, or whatever the doctors say, or whatever our spouse or partner says that we're good enough, you know, or we'll never amount to anything, whatever that is. We listen. And then sometimes we take on that identity. And so fast forward to the latest transformation is similar to yours. And I want to share this because I've been through a lot, and there's a lot in between in the last years. But I met my husband, and I found him to be unfaithful. And
that's
so
really hard.
1 year ago, I too made the decision to break free from that marriage. And I moved 10 steps to the ocean, 10 steps from the ocean here. And I moved by myself to the beaches of Puerto Rico. So I live in the Caribbean. I'm living the dream, traveling all over, helping people live happier and healthier, and step into their true power and their true gifts, and saying yes to themselves.
That is so important, isn't it? Saying yes to ourselves. Wow. It's a blessing that today who you are.
Yeah, it is. And I'm so grateful. Everyone's like, would you change anything? No, I wouldn't, because every single challenge has given me an opportunity to learn and an opportunity to grow, and secretly an opportunity to use the tools that I know that are in my tool belt. And I'm like, I'm postured. I'm ready. I'm ready for the next challenge. I'm ready for the next chapter, because I have the tools in my tool belt to make sure that I am successful and that I'm going to be unstoppable, unshakable, unbreakable.
Awesome. How you gain clarity of what you love doing?
So I think it starts with one of the things that I love to train on are the 5 C's, how to have courageous confidence in seasons of change. And so, and I want to answer your question kind of in the depth of that, because encapsulating a season of growth or change, sometimes we don't know what we love to do anymore because we're just so clouded, right? And so in order to unpeel the layers, we have to get back to basics. And what I love to teach on are the 5 C's. And the first one is know who you are to the core. And so to know what you love doing, you have to know what your core values are. You have to know what your strengths and your gifts are. You have to get curious of what your joys are, or get back to what your joys are. Like I'm a former professional dancer, right? And so I live now in Puerto Rico. There's salsa lessons every Tuesday. So tonight I'm going to go to a salsa lesson.
Awesome.
If I just push and work and just like do all these things, and I'm not having joy and zest and fun and play, and I'm not actually saying yes to that part of me that loves that fun and play and creativity, then I'm sacrificing a piece of myself. And so that first C is really knowing who you are to the core, your core values, your strengths, your gifts. The second one is consistency,
Mm.
right? And so we got to be consistent in the pursuit of what sets our soul on fire, right? And so we have
That's
to
right.
see, like, what do we need? Who do we need to become? What do we need to do, right? And the third one is confidence, right? We need to have confidence and show up powerfully. And like when we talk about core, I'm a fitness coach, right? So I teach 30 minutes in kickboxing. And so we're in the middle of a 6-week shred right now. We do a challenge for 6 weeks where we do 20-minute core and ab exercises. So it helps us with our posture and our body language and showing up powerfully and confidently, even though there's a lot of chaos, right? You could
That's
still
right.
show up powerfully and say, you know what? I know I'm made for more. And recognize your posture and your confidence comes from that consistent alignment in your truth. And the fourth C is community, right? Really reaching out for help, asking for help, getting coached, getting therapy, getting mentored, right? That really helps us get clear on what we want to do and who we need to surround ourselves with and who we need to say no to, and stop volunteering for that thing. Stop volunteering and saying yes to everyone and everything and sacrificing pieces of you. And the fifth,
Totally agree.
yeah, I mean, gosh, and that's why I'm on a mission to help empower everyone on the planet, put themselves and their health first for 34 minutes a day. And
Mm.
so the fifth C I just want to share real quick is celebration. So how do we get back to knowing what we love to do and doing what we love to do and being in that alignment is celebrating and honoring the small things that you are accomplishing each day. And that gives a little dopamine kick in our brain and says the brain keeps track of the times that we show up for ourselves. And if we sink it into our brain and it goes bloop as a memory drop, bloop, it says ding, there she goes again, doing the thing, getting her workout in, drinking her water, saying yes to her, saying no to the things that aren't serving us. And that's going to fuel us more forward and give us more motivation and zest and energy. And so this is part of the combination of things that has worked for me. And it works countless times because you can't have one without the other. I'd love to sing too. So
Yeah, true. This is so true. And what is the takeaway for our viewers?
oh, the takeaway? Oh gosh. You know, when you're in the eye of the storm and when you need to make a change, start with you. It all starts with you. It starts with you showing up powerfully for yourself and your health first. You know, as a pilot, right? On the airplane, we say, put your oxygen mask on first.
Yeah.
You first. And although you might be a caring servant, loving, giving creature, and the most loving person, and you want everyone else to be happy, to make you happy, at the end of the day, you need to love yourself and have the longest, greatest relationship with yourself, because it's the longest conversation that we have. This is the only vessel that we get to live in this lifetime. And so we might as well make it good. So I empower each and every one of you to make sure you start each day with goal setting and gratitude and intentions. Move your body every single day, blow off steam, have fun, move your body, change the chemicals in your brain, and make sure you honor and celebrate yourself at the end of every single day, to own and honor each day like your life depends on it, because it does.
Yeah, perhaps have a little celebration, maybe buy a tart to celebrate ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, having a tea break, a nice cake or a nice tart.
Mm-hmm. And so I've had to do some studies on this, and I love that you said tea because that does help. But many times when we celebrate, and this is what I go over in my programs, when we think about celebration, we think about food, we think about dessert, we think about alcohol, drinks, right? Like we want to party, right?
Yes.
And what I have recognized is being successful in business. In the beginning, I was drinking a lot of champagne and I was eating a lot of cake because I was being successful. And I was connecting the dots of celebration with food and alcohol. And this was during COVID, right? I was like, I got this, more.
Yeah.
And I would do a video every month, pop champagne, pop. And then I'm like, shoot, I'm drinking a lot of champagne and eating a lot of cake. So I had to separate myself from that association, right? And so now it's tea, it's a massage, it's a walk in nature, it's
Yeah.
day off of social media, it's going to watch a movie, it's just spending a couple extra minutes. And this is what I love to do, especially in this season. And I think you'll like this one. Spending an extra couple minutes with some essential oils in the shower and just breathing, deep breathing, and massaging your scalp with, like, everyone loves a good scalp massage when you get your hair done, right? Like,
That's
just
right.
that extra couple minutes. And then when you get out of the shower, just feeling so refreshed, and just moisturize your skin and just be intentional. That alone can be a celebration of just saying, you know what, you're doing a good job today.
That's amazing.
And
That's
it doesn't
really
cost
amazing.
much money, right? So a lot of times people are like, "Oh, I can't go on those lavish trips like you do. I can't live in the Caribbean like you do." I'm like, well, what can you do, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of things we can do.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or, during that period of time where I'm alone, so I just went out to a cafe to have my meal, just enjoy that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, or weekends, I'll just go out to the beach. During summer, just go out to the beach and enjoy the beach weather.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome to come here to Puerto Rico. I was on the beach a little long ago.
That's lovely. And thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today. Before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to add or any message you want to leave our audience with?
Yeah, I would love to offer a free gift if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, free gifts. There's one there's a habit tracker to help you kind of harness what you think would be a successful, good day, to just kind of map it out, right? When I first started my business, I designed a mind map, and every single thing on that mind map I've accomplished because I set myself up for success with a dream and a mind map. And so that habit tracker is krystalorecrews.com/habit tracker. So that's free. And then I also offer 15-minute free acceleration goal setting calls. So I can give you tips, strategies. I can point you in the right direction. There might be a program that I have or someone I can connect you with. So 15-minute free with me. That's krystalorecrews.com/book. So send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. Or LinkedIn. Those are my 3 top platforms. So Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. And send me a message over there. I'd love to set up a call and just get to know you and see how I can support you in the best way possible. Thank you so much for having me. And your story is so inspiring. And I can't wait to get to know you more as well. So thank you.
That's a great message. We appreciate your time and expertise. Where can our audience find you?
Yeah. So like I said, Facebook, I'm all over. I do have a YouTube channel that I'm trying to grow. So that would be great if you could go like and subscribe my YouTube channel. I'll make sure that I share this out there. I have a Pinterest with all of my podcasts and all of my speaking. I do travel around and speak on stages, virtual stages as well, but in person as well. So I'd love to travel and share this message. So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, all over, you name it. I love to be everywhere, as many places as possible. And because I have a mission, we want to empower everyone to put themselves and their health first, everyone on the planet, because we can make this world a better place, less conflict, less stress, less anxiety, less overwhelm, less medication, less surgery, all these things that we don't need, right? And let's just live
Yeah,
happy.
that's right. Yeah, fantastic. We'll be sure to include those links in YouTube description box. And thank you once again for being with us today. It's been a pleasure. And to our audience, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this interview, please subscribe and leave us a review or share it with others who might find it interesting. Until next time, goodbye.
Thank you.